Cristiano Ronaldo isn't having a great World Cup campaign. In fact, some might say he hasn't enjoyed the new season at all, and we'll go out on a limb and say that 2022 itself hasn't been very kind to the Portuguese legend. In today's video, we'll look at how Ronaldo's average World Cup has gone from bad to worse, and other factors contributing to a terrible season for the legend. Let's take a closer look, starting with Cristiano's World Cup getting worse. Portugal may have made it out of the top stages with relatively less drama as compared to some of the other top European teams, but they're still in the thick of it thanks to Ronaldo. The man who has brought the nation so much pride and is probably their greatest ever export is finally showing his age at 37 and hasn't enjoyed a great World Cup so far. Of course, players like Ronaldo don't need to be taunted because they know exactly how to respond to criticism, but we can't help but feel that he struggled. It would be the most Cristiano thing to do if he comes up with a hat trick against Switzerland in the round of 16, but he just hasn't looked like scoring, and that means he's been getting a lot of bad publicity. Now, when you're the most followed person on Instagram, you're bound to be in the center of everything, and that isn't always a good thing. With Ronaldo struggling to transform and adapt his game with age, he finds himself out of club football, having his contract terminated by Manchester United, and has only scored one goal in the World Cup so far, that too coming from the penalty spot. While we'll take a look at all that in a minute, things get worse as he was named in the worst 11 of the World Cup group stages, and in the world of football, bad publicity is definitely not a good sign. Up next, Cristiano named in the worst 11. It might be a tad bit harsh, considering Cristiano scored a goal, and there were other footballers who performed way below expectations, but he definitely wouldn't be happy with his performances either, especially considering the extremely high standards that he has. According to SofaScore, Ronaldo made the worst 11 of the group stages, which also featured 4 Qatar players, playing for the worst team of the tournament so far. The 5-time Ballon d'Or winner had a SofaScore rating of only 6.37, and it was among the worst of all forwards, with Qatar striker Ali having 6.23. In fact, Ronaldo was the only European player to make the worst 11, with 2 players coming from Canada, 2 from Costa Rica, and 1 each from Australia and Saudi Arabia. That certainly isn't the kind of company that Ronaldo would want to be keeping, and could signal that the end of his career is nearing. But knowing the Cristiano we've seen in the last 2 decades, it wouldn't be a surprise if he pops up with fantastic performance for Portugal and leads them into the latter stages of the World Cup. Although, it's important to note that the Portuguese number 7 has never scored a knockout goal in World Cup history, and that stat definitely goes against him. He'll have the perfect opportunity to put things right when Portugal takes on Switzerland, and if he leads the team to victory and contributes with a couple of goals, all this bad press can finally be put to bed. Over to you, Cristiano. Moving on, Cristiano's frustration in defeat to South Korea. In a competition full of upsets, South Korea joined the party as they completed a late comeback to defeat Portugal in the final match of the group stages. Cristiano Ronaldo struggled to impact the game and was frustrated all match long by the rigid South Korean defense. Despite having the lead, Portugal gave it away after 20 minutes, and then had to play a very open game with the Asian side being a constant threat. During the match, Cristiano was visibly upset on many occasions, but things took a turn for the worst when he was substituted. It's in Ronaldo's nature not to be happy whenever he's taken off, especially during a match that he struggled to impact, and that was the case when Fernando Santos took him only a few minutes after the hour mark. With South Korea needing a victory, their players were frustrated with the time Ronaldo was taking to get off the pitch, and at that moment, Ronaldo has a verbal altercation. After the match, the Portuguese media quoted the legend having said, "You're in a hurry to sub me off," and believed that the reaction was towards the manager, while the player clarified, saying that it was toward the Korean player who was asking him to leave quickly. But despite the clarification, Ronaldo's chances of starting the next match are in doubt, with Santos not happy with the captain's antics. After that, Santos unimpressed with Ronaldo. Now, it may be because of how Ronaldo has performed since leading the line for Portugal, but things aren't all sunshine and rainbows in the camp. Cristiano's huge reaction to getting subbed off after only 65 minutes didn't go down well with Fernando Santos. Although the coach says that the matter is now closed, it could still have implications for the team he picks against Switzerland. The Portuguese media posted images that suggested Ronaldo's usage of vulgar language in reply to Santos's decision to take him off, and the coach was asked how he'd reacted to the images. Santos said that he didn't like it at all, and was clearly unimpressed with Ronaldo's reaction. He added that a line had been drawn, and the incident was put to bed. Of course, he'd want the camp to be free of any controversy ahead of their crucial knockout match against Switzerland, so he wouldn't want anyone thinking about it, let alone Ronaldo. Most online polls since the incident suggest that Cristiano shouldn't be starting the match, with many Portuguese supporters turning on the legend. But Santos has mentioned how he doesn't pay attention to that type of material. He explained how his focus was only on the upcoming match, and he didn't have time for other kinds of news. One thing is for sure, the team news that comes out before the match will tell us all we need to know about Santos's decision. Adding to that, should Ronaldo be starting for Portugal? It really is a decision for the manager to take, and we wouldn't want to tell Ronaldo that he is out of the lineup up for such a crucial match. But the way the minds of these top athletes works is that they're spurred on by hatred and criticism. Cristiano has famously said that your hate makes me stronger, and if that's the case, then we wouldn't want to be defending for Switzerland. At the same time, he hasn't had a positive impact for Portugal. He may be one of the greatest players of all time, but this Portuguese side isn't entirely dependent on him. They've got many other winners in the squad and some of the brightest talent in the world. Ronaldo was something of a liability and hindered the progress of Manchester United as they tried to play liquid football. Maybe that is the case with this Portugal team too. Maybe they could do better without Cristiano. But how exactly do you leave one of the greatest match winners out of the playing 11 in one of the biggest matches of the country's history? We certainly don't want to be Fernando Santos. And in a funny way, Cristiano's legacy could be closely intertwined with him not starting, because if Portugal truly is better without him, then maybe their best chance of winning the World Cup is without Ronaldo, and it could be a small sacrifice for even more greatness. Finally, Cristiano's rumored agreement with Al Nassr. Of course, along with all that's happening in the World Cup, there's a chance that Cristiano's head has been turned by the controversy surrounding his club career. Reports had emerged of the 37-year-old being offered a massive contract by the Saudi club Al Nassr, which would guarantee 200 million euros guaranteed for the superstar per year. While he has confirmed through his agent that his sole focus remains on the ongoing World Cup, offers like the one he received from the Saudi club are sure to be head-turners. It was also revealed that his agent had a talk with Ronaldo regarding the offer, and with Saudi Arabia adamant about adding Ronaldo to their list of sporting achievements, it could be a matter of urgency. In fact, a reliable news outlet, Marca, reported that Cristiano had accepted the terms of Al Nassr FC and has an agreement with the club. He'll join them on the 1st of January 2023, as per the report, but it hasn't been confirmed by the player or his entourage yet. If that is the case, then there could be an explanation behind Cristiano's hit-and-miss performances so far. But if he's agreed to the terms, then we might see a new-look Ronaldo lineup for Portugal in their round of 16 clash, and that's basically what the world of football wants to see. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo can still deliver at the highest level? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.